Hello, everyone. I just thought Dot wants some petting and company. I would take her and hold her for a little while so that you can see her. This will be a very short video. I am just petting her now. She's a little nervous because I moved her cage up here. Or her, I should say her carrier. It's a nice big one. And that way she can have privacy and not be hurt or bothered by the other cats who might try to play with her and end up hurting her. But this is what I'm doing here. I'm just giving her head a little chin scratch.
We can only redeem our cash rewards once a year, so we saved enough for this. You too need the BMO Cashback MasterCard. With this,
please feel free to say hello on the commentary. Even if you don't come while I'm live, when you do come to see the video, just in the comments say hello, so I know who come to visit and see the video. Come here, little girl. I just want to hold you for a bit. Come here. She's a very shy cat. So far, I'm the only one to let go. Here she is.
That's true. We should be very
and here is the scarring that she has from the injuries. She has a lot
technology through the gate has precipitated a number of crisis situations. For the most part, they've been dealt
with within the confines of SGC. However,
last year,
or in that compartment.
An alien device broke
anyway, she loves being held and petted. So I thought I'd give her a little time out and pet her. Oh, she is just loving this. You want to go this way?
The situation was taken care of. A couple stories
yeah,
and the civilian population
sweet
was
little girl.
Well, I for one would like to know how many more times we're going to have to get
my heart.
people. They have a mandate to acquire off-world technology, and that entails necessary risks.
And how would you define necessary?
She is so sweet.
Only a few months ago, General Hammond allowed
He's scared.
of an
She went through a really bad, rough time.
Leaving us open to a potential.
We gotta wait a few more weeks, and then she can be
General Hammond
neutered.
effectively gave the Gould a weapon to use against us.
But we have to wait.
Like the president
Too
said,
soon.
you can't even begin to
She's
understand
too weak.
what their jobs demand of them.
And because she had been pregnant, you have to wait at least a month after pregnancy
and the willingness to set aside personal
to
feelings
do a
What are
neuter.
you referring to, Mr. Woolsey?
Hello, Maria.
When General Hammond allowed emotion to override established gate room protocol.
I tried to tag and invite everyone that I could think of. And I will save this video so you can go back and look at it. But that's our little Dot. And that's what she's going through. Those are horrible, horrible scars. I'll just lift her very gently so you can see she's covering one of them with her tail. That all was flesh that died and fell off of her.
But I can't help but wonder if he'll be so lucky the next time.
And she is so sweet,
The
so
members of
adorable.
SG1 have similarly suspect priorities. And no wonder. Not one, but two people that Dr. Jackson had close personal relationships with
Anyway,
were taken as Gould hosts.
I thought I would give you a chance
the enemy Jaffa make him an easy
to
target for
see
ruled retaliation and manipulation.
and
Both Colonel O'Neill and Major Carter have demonstrated
be
an
able
alarming
to
tendency to let interpersonal relationships cloud their decision-making process.
see how she's
They have a right to
recovering.
their
You should have
feelings.
seen her before.
Unless, of course, you're suggesting
Yeah. Mom, can you pull this up for me?
kind of inappropriate
thing.
relationship here.
Inappropriate.
And
yes.
I'll hold her
That is
for a
exactly
bit.
what he's
What should I
suggesting.
do? Pull the thing up
It's
until I
difficult to come
say to
away from these
stop.
reports without the distinct impression that there is a lot
There,
more
good.
going on between Colonel O'Neill and Major
Anyway.
Carter than simple
She is
friendship
involved
and
in the
respect.
cuddle.
For
Oh,
example,
yeah.
there was an incident last year in which
Good.
Colonel O'Neill was
That
Based on the report filed
was
by
her
the
baby.
on mission in question,
What
Major
happened?
Carter's behavior was erratic at best.
But she keeps covering it. She's trying to protect it. Those dark spots, that's all scab where the flesh and everything fell off. It necrotized and it went necrotic and fell off.
Where's Colonel O'Neill?
But there's
I don't
my
see him. Do
baby.
you? Did you guys
Giving
find
her
him while
a
I was
good
gone?
pet. You should hear her purring.
I say when we're done here.
I'll hold her for a while.
That's it. That's your evidence?
Yeah.
Oh, I believe there's a lot more.
Do you want me to hold you?
Well,
I think she
of course,
likes
I
it
hardly
better.
expect them to incriminate
this
themselves
way.
with their own reports.
Yeah.
But we can all read between the lines.
Oh,
All
she's
right, I've
such
heard
a
enough. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Woolsey. That's it.
But I wanted to show you how she's doing.
Mr. Wolsey is here to see
All
you.
are welcome.
Send him in.
And I'm saving the video. So if you were late starting, you can watch it again.
That was nice work
See
today,
all
Richard.
of
Really?
everything. Look at this.
I got the
What
distinct
a
feeling it didn't
sweet
go so well.
kitty.
Ah, well.
Poor little
Doesn't
mama.
matter.
It doesn't?
Nah.
This happened because she had
President's gonna
4
come
kittens inside her that had
I didn't get
died.
that impression, Mr. Vice
And they
President.
didn't come
In
out
fact, I
right
clearly
away.
sensed that he was siding with the chairman of the Joint Chiefs.
And so the
Today was a formality.
things started to
Don't get me wrong. The job you
get
did was fine.
infected and
The president has to
necrotic
appear to
and the
be
flesh
hearing
died.
Both sides.
I hear someone
Consider this
scratching at
decision.
the door. Go check. It might be your honey.
You'll see things my way eventually.
But
And if he
she
doesn't,
is not the mama of the other kittens. Those are going
Things
on
happen.
3 weeks now, and these babies were just maybe,
what is that supposed to mean?
oh, they were tiny, tiny, tiny.
You chose
Maybe
the right
had
side,
been
Richard.
a week or
One way or
2.
another, I promise you.
Because up to a little while ago, she was still in heat.
I'm gonna win this one.
And I had thought I'd managed to keep the kitties away from her. And she will be next to be TNR'd. I can't do all of them all at once. I can't afford to. Unfortunately.
It's like an intentional.
Unfortunately.
Well, at least Dana is. Bohemian,
And they were too young as well.
Everything that she wants. And the big night is even bigger for their family.
She come in? So the mama's upstairs
Will Tommy
now.
find the perfect camp venue to bring these folks
I
together
think,
for the first time?
is she the last or is
one more. See him pull it off.
Mama
And that's
accidentally
clear
let a
too,
couple
I do.
kittens? All right, they're
When I found out I
about
had
1
cancer,
year old.
it was the hardest day of my
She's
life.
only about 1 year old.
But
That's why this was a
life
shock, because she was so
It's bigger than
tiny.
cancer.
We only brought her in November, and she was so very tiny. Not much bigger than the ones that are in her care now that we're hand
We'd all be
feeding.
as safe as a Subaru.
She was undernourished and just so small.
Ah, don't step there. Don't look on that
Oh, look
side.
at this.
Wouldn't lean
She
on
is
that.
loving this.
Outdoor living should be livable.
I think I'll keep it. I'm gonna keep this beside me. And once in a while I can take it.
Save 20% on CIL grass seed.
Can you get me
on select market umbrellas. The outdoor living sale on now only at
freshen that water up? It looks yellow. Make sure it's going through the filter.
This water?
Yeah. And can you give me tiny bit of food, wet food? Mix it with some water, and I'll put it in a cage. She can stay here, up here with me.
No matter whose side you're on or where you're watching from. Smile with Lay's, proud partner of the NHL.
You won't have to be so far away, and I can open your cage door and touch you. I just don't want her running around, because as you've seen the wounds, she needs time to completely heal. Hello, Betty. Hello, Crystal. And hello, Diana. Thank you for joining us.
Razor can make such a difference.
And please say
We built an instant
hello.
coffee shop so people could try our Nescafe Gold coffee.
Can I get you a cup of coffee?
Say hello at least.
Here you are. What do you think? Wow,
To let me know that who was here, because then your name comes and I know who's seen, who visited. I'm leaving this public so anyone can visit. But this is one of the kitties that we're helping. She's one of the kitty crew. The kitty crew that we keep are putty cats who have, don't go that direction, no one can see you. Yeah, they are the kitty cats that she's trying to hide. How about we do this? There we go. They're the kitty cats that are either sick or injured or very old. Those ones we have taken in, and they're considered unadoptable.
A lot of people know about Stargate.
But we keep them.
We can't keep it a secret forever.
That is our kitty
When
crew.
it finally comes out,
Just about each one of them
Electronics,
has an issue
public's confidence.
that would make them very difficult to adopt out.
Shows you're in control.
Those are our kitty crew.
I think this time with that still
And we
safe.
also
Not
have
for the immediate future. I'm here to let you know what you're up
some
against.
strays
And why
that
we
come
have
regularly
an
to our
SG-1
door.
right now, more than ever. Have a
I
seat.
am
Fire
trying
away.
to friend up enough to them that we can catch them and get them TNR'd and release them back. Otherwise, if I just keep taking
And
in,
yet, despite our obvious
others
disadvantage,
come and
we
take
managed to
their
hold our own.
place.
Maybe even take them down a notch or
So
two.
these ones are all healthy that are
That could
outside.
change. There's a new gold in the mix.
And so I'm gonna
I take it
try
you're referring to the one who calls himself.
and trap them and get them
He's more powerful than any of his
TNR'd.
predecessors.
Trapped,
He gave her
neutered,
attention
and
a little
returned.
over a year ago when he tried to take
It'll
out
take
Earth with
a
an
while,
asteroid. And then
but
used our own
that's what
Stargate
I'm
as a weapon
trying to
against
do.
us. We thwarted
But
both
first, we
times.
gotta worry about
Since
these
then, he
inside
redirected his
ones.
attention to his rivals,
Anyway,
waging a year-long war against the Gould.
you had a nice cuddle with me. I'll put you back here. Turn around the other way and then you can see me. Oops. I hurt you. I didn't mean to. I think I accidentally brushed one of her scabs. Here is some food. I'll put that here. Yeah? Oh, right away. She's in the food. And here is some water.
He'll come gunning for us.
I'll put, oh, that's too much. Like I said, I'll just pour it in this thing.
As much as you need there.
Yeah. I don't want it to get tipped, but I want her to have that she can drink. There, that'll work. Oh, and she's happy and eating. And here's a couple of toys. I might as well put this back up. I got a couple of toys for her that she can play if she gets interested. She's happy. She's eaten. That's the third time she's eaten now today. I give her just a tiny bit at a time. That's what the doctor recommended. And you know what, Mom? We're going to have to give her her half pill.
Yeah.
She needs to take a half of an antibiotic every day until they're done. I'm thinking she loves cheese. Cut her a little cube of cheese, make a little hole in it, and stick the pill in, and she might get it that way. If not, if she spits out the pill, I'll have to figure out, and that she won't like. Hello, Darla. Hello, Dottie. Hello, Margot. Hello, Adriana. Hello, Diana. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Betty. Hello, Maria. We're all here. Well, you've seen her, and she's eating in her thing. Mom, do you want to pass me the kittens and they can see the kittens? I'll show the kittens as well. And this will be saved, so you can come back and watch the whole video if you joined late.
Let them do the job, sir. Let them save us time.
Hi, Dottie. Dottie's here. Okay, let's see some of the squawkers. This one is Louie. I'll use this. Oh, what happened? Okay, get them separated. That's that Tabby. Yeah. The Tabby one attacks one of my other oldest kitties. Yeah. Huh? She needs to be TNR'd.
Yeah.
TNR her. She killed she killed 3 of her kittens.
Yeah.
We'll get her TNR'd and she'll go back out.
Baby, that's good.
She's the only one that fights with anyone. The other ones get along good. But unfortunately, when she starts a fight, it sometimes sets things off, and that's what happens there.
What we are witnessing is the return of a super species.
Oh, what a little boy. No, I wonder if I should give him. But I got a mate. They just ate not even an hour ago.
Yeah, you gotta give them that.
Yeah. But this one is. This one's a half and half. That's Louie. Little Louie. And this little squawker is a girl too. I think Louie's a girl as well. And she's the smallest, this one. And her name is Dewey. And that's Dewey. They ate an hour ago. But I think when I moved around here, they woke up.
But I woke them up.
And this one is Huey. This one is a boy. He's the biggest one. And he's a sweetheart. That's Huey. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. He's shy. He wants to cling to his mama. That's all he wants. I've been feeding them now for just over a week. And I can't believe how much powder I'm going through. We are on our third can. So if you can go on Amazon, or if you live in town here in Dryden, Ontario, the only place that sells it here though is Dr. Egley, Hillcrest. If you could, if you're one of my friends and can go in, if you want to help, and buy a can of the formula. I'm going through it like you wouldn't believe. And I think I'm going to be feeding these guys straight formula for another week. And then we're going to start. I gotta still make the formula and mix it with rice pablum for them. Anyway, you got to see Dottie up close.
It's a miracle watching them. Now they're walking with straight legs.
You should be the one on camera saying that. Over.
You can see me? They stand up on straight legs now when they walk. Before they were dragging themselves on their bellies.
And they were the saddest looking things. They were so half starved. It was a miracle.
I love her.
Oh, that one. She's crazy about
this one.
But we're only raising them. We're gonna put these ones for adoption.
You can only have so many cats in the house.
Yes, and they're kittens, so they should be adoptable.
And if they're hand raised, they will be friendly.
Yes, they have been hand raised, hand fed, and they're very friendly.
So they won't be like the wild ones that you put off. They don't tame up anymore when they're old.
It depends. It depends how desperate they are and how appreciative they are. Because look, they never tame up Nipper, and that cat is the biggest mush in the house now. They said you'll never tame Nipper. Well, you know why Nipper tamed? I brought Tipper. Tipper, I consider my training cat. When I was in Pickering, we did some similar rescues. And he taught the cats to be gentle, that we brought in and fostered. And at that time, my sister was very involved with Second Chance. And they got adopted out. But Tipper was the one that got them friendly. And he was friends with every cat that my brother and sister kept. And
above all else, impartiality.
So, but he was mine 100%. I mean, I walked into the adoption center. I was only going to help. And I was sad because a cat I had found on the street, we had him vetted and he was all better for a while. He was looking good and so happy. He was following me all over the house. He acted like a little puppy. He would right away follow me when I went anywhere. And I would throw a toy and he would retrieve it and bring it back to me to throw again. He played just like a puppy. And he was so sweet. Sadly, I only had a couple pictures of him.
Let's just say
he ended up having asthma and he had a very, very bad attack. And unfortunately, the doctor couldn't bring him out of it. She did 3 times, and then he had another attack, and the 4th one, there was no energy left in him to recover from it. But Tipper, I ended up getting when
the opportunity presented itself to propel Kinsey onto the presidential ticket. That could have been enough to motivate a reconciliation.
My sister asked me to come and help her.
Well, I'm
because she
sorry to
knew
say
I
that
was
I,
grieving Charlie, and she
I'm
thought
gonna do
maybe
something
seeing the
about it if I
cute
can.
cats would cheer me up.
Like present evidence, if there is any.
And Tipper
Connecting
happened to
Kinsey
be
to
there, and I
illegal
wasn't
activity
even
involving those
halfway
behind
in
the
the
rogue NID.
store, down the aisle where you could see the beginning of the cages. And he seen me, and he started meowing and jumping up and down and staring straight at me.
I'm guessing you were
And when I got to the area where the
and then you came back.
cages
Nothing
were
about that ever made any sense to
and
me.
the back room was,
I want to know why.
I went in the back room where they can
You've got
access the
something
other
on
side of the
Kinsey.
cages.
Something I can
And the
use.
woman said, "You gotta meet this one. There's something going here." And so she barely got the cage open, and Tipper ran past her, past all the other workers, jumped on my lap, put his arms around my leg, and started purring and licking my cheek. Well, I took Tipper home that night. My sister phoned my brother, and he came with the fee for the adoption. And Tipper had been with me for a long, long time. He was just over a year old when I adopted him. And I had him, he was about not quite 17 when he passed away.
Take down the whole NIV.
A couple years ago now. It's hard to believe it's been that long.
Here's the deal.
But Tipper I brought with me when I came here. And Nipper was very aggressive. You try to pet him, he would bite you. And I started talking with him. And Shauna always used to say I had the Kavorka for cats. I had a way with them. I started talking with him. He was on the bed in my bedroom where I stay. And I sat down beside him and I looked him in the eye and I said, "You know, no one's going to like you if you keep acting this way." My dad was even threatening to have him put down because he said, "There's no way we're going to get him tamed because he bites. Every time you go by him, he grabs you and bites." I had a talk with him, and it was like a light went off on his head.
Yes, sir.
In his head. And suddenly he gave me the saddest look, and I started to pet him between the ears and under the chin, and he started to purr. And he let me pet him all over, and before I knew it, he wanted to be picked up and held.
Is there something you wanted to
No
add
one
to your
had done
report,
that
Mr.
before.
Woolsey? Yes.
And I said, "Mom, bring Tipper in the room." And she brought Tipper in the cage.
As I'm sure
And
you're
I
aware, the
showed
NID does not exactly have the spotless record.
him.
For several years, a group of rogue
Mom
agents
put the
operated
cage on the
inside
floor,
its
and I said,
ranks.
"Close the door."
They were acting on behalf
And
of
I
of international business
left
interests,
Tipper in the cage,
intent on acquiring alien
the
technology for
little
their own
carrier,
profit.
and I
One
put
could only hope.
Nipper in front of him, and I said,
Mr. President,
"This is one of our other
I
cats.
know they're out there,
He's
Mr.
my
Woolsey.
kitty. You probably
What I'm
smell him
saying
on
is,
me."
one could only
said,
hope that money
"If you are nice to
was a
this
cheap
little
motivation.
boy, he will be a
However,
really
I doubt
good friend
the
to
type of
you.
person who
You
is
need
behind this is
friends."
short-sighted enough.
And
so
it's
that
like
given
he
was
looked
wrong.
at me, and you could see the
In light of the
intelligence
new
there.
reality that Stargate
It's like he
presents,
understood. And
there are
he
aspirations
and
beyond mere
Tipper
financial greed.
touched noses
They could
through
be
the
much
cage
worse. I
and
agree.
started licking
You're
each
gonna tell me the
other's
Vice
faces
President
through the
is still in
cage.
league with them?
So I thought, well,
If these
okay, I'll
people are
take
as
a
powerful
risk.
as we
I
now
opened the
think, it does make
cage,
one wonder.
and
The Vice President could
Tipper was still in the
possibly offer them
cage,
in
but the
exchange
door
for
was
the price on
open,
his head.
and they could lick each other, and they were
Obviously, the
licking
full
each
control
other
of the
all
Stargate program
over
of the White House
and
corporate.
purring. And
The Vice
after
President brought
that,
key financing to your campaign victory.
Tipper and Nipper were the best
I just hope it
friends
didn't come at too
ever.
high a cost.
And they were friends up until Tipper passed away, unfortunately, a couple years ago.
I also hope history.
But
one day
Nipper
shows
softened up, become so friendly, just like
I tried
Tipper
to do the right
was.
thing.
And
Version of history,
he
Mr.
helped
Woolsey.
raise Onslow. That was my mom's cat, my mom's kitten that she found abandoned outside. He had a bad eye and he would have been put down. The vet said, with this, no one will adopt him and he'll suffer. And he said, well, let me try. And they ended up becoming friends. She showed him Onslow. Onslow started licking him, and before you knew it, whenever Onslow was around Nipper went to him, pulled him down, and washed him all over. And they become really good friends and played, and they had a very good friendship. However, Nipper he's really old too. He's the second oldest one at around 18. Him and Aussie are around 17, 18 years old. And Onslow is just a few years old. And too rambunctious now for poor old Nip. Once in a while they'll approach each other and wash each other's faces, but when Onslow tries to play, Nipper's just too old and he gets grumpy. But they still are semi-friends. They still wash each other. They'll sleep together even, but they don't play anymore. Seriously, animals are smarter than you think. You give them a chance. And Aussie is also a good friend with Nipper. I often see them sleeping together. They're both old. They just want to be comfortable. And at night when it's chilly, they'll sleep beside each other. If that weren't there, I bet you he'd be laying down beside her now. But, oh, and Mom, the box fell. Look where it fell in. Yeah, pick that up. They do. They are wonderful. As for, you were asking Darla. Darla, sometimes it scrambles, but it straightens out later on. Darla, the mama to these kittens, that was the one who was in the fight there. She's aggressive, very aggressive. I am positive she killed 3 of them, because we found 3 dead babies as well. And these ones were seriously neglected. They weren't being fed. She dried up. She wasn't feeding them. And we buried the 3 dead kittens. And these ones were very weak, and we thought, I don't know if it'll work. And with the eyedropper, I gave him a little bit of kitten. That's all I had on hand at the time. And phoned the vet. And the next day, we brought the kittens in, and I also told him about Dot. And at first he thought maybe Dot was the mother, but then after what happened while she was staying here, we realized Dot was not the mother. I was sure it was the tabby. And in another 2 weeks I'll be able to take the tabby and have her spayed. And in maybe a month I'll get Dot done. She's got to get stronger first. You gotta wait at least a month before spaying a mother cat because of the hormone issues. Anyway, Mama's still here, but if she keeps being the bitch that she has been, I showed her the kittens and she growled at them. Just showed her and she growled at them. What we'll probably end up doing with the mama cat, since we only brought her in winter when we figured she wouldn't survive out there. She was really emaciated and tiny. I'll probably let her go back outside, but first we'll TNR her, let her recover, and she can go back outside. It'd be better that way too. Then I can take one of the outside kittens or kitties or potential mamas or whatever and get them TNR'd. And they can recover and go back outside. And Mom, you know who's out there? Chocolate. Give him some more because it's going to get cold tonight. I want him to have a good feeding. Chocolate is an old boy, male stray, that is a true stray, and we've been feeding him since I came here, so that's over 9 years. He's probably about 12 or 13, I guess. And I call him my cat angel because he is the one who brought every kitten, every cat that seriously needed help to us. He brought if any of you remember, I had a couple pictures of her. Princess, he led her to us. And it turned out she had cancer. We had the lump removed, but they kept coming back. And she wasn't eating and was throwing up, so we had to make the main decision and put her down. And we couldn't choose her for the cancer. She could have received breast cancer treatment. She figured it was probably cancer. But the amount was way beyond what we could do. And she was suffering. She had several tumors. So we had to put her down. And another one that Chocolate led to us was Sweetie, who we had for almost 2 years. Same as Princess. We had them for almost 2 years before they succumbed to their illnesses. Sweetie, unfortunately, had some kind of an infection that affected his nose and eyes and lungs. Feline herpes, they call it, and it had gotten full scale. All cats have it, especially those that were outside, which is why you should keep cats inside if they were born inside and their mothers were never outside. Normally, feline herpes, all cats usually have that. But it doesn't come out unless they get really sick. So I figure Sweetie must have become really weak from lack of food and sick, and it came out. And we did the best for him. He had a kind, loving home for the time we had. But then he stopped eating completely and was skin and bone. And I tried feeding him, he wouldn't eat. He'd throw up right away. So we knew it was time. We took him to the doctor and he said he had a lot longer life with you than he would have outside. If I wouldn't have brought him when we did, he would have been dead within a few days because he was already very sick when we found him. And he said we gave him a couple of years. That's the best that anyone could have done. It's time that the disease has damaged his lungs and his sinuses and eyes. He's half blind also by that time. And that is the same problem with Onslow, only with him it's just with his eye, and we're keeping it under control the best we can. But that's that's the kind of kitties we keep. Most of them get along good. A few of them are a little naughty. Grandpa is a grouch, and as long as no one bothers him, he's fine. He's very cautious around the other cats. And that little squabble there was the grouchy mama swatting at poor old Grandpa. Gramps, the vet has no clue how old he is, but he is old. He is probably about 12, could be even 14 years old, and spending all his life outdoors. He's neutered now, but spending all that time outdoors. We brought him in late fall, early winter last year. So this is basically just his retirement home, because he's got issues too that really you can't do too much about. They're age related, and he's having trouble eating because of his teeth. And at his age, the doctor thought he doesn't want to risk putting him under for anything. He was even scared doing the neutering because of his age and everything. So he gets soft food. And as long as he lasts, he'll last. And hello, Rick. Hello, Linda. Anyway, those are the kinds of cats that we keep. We call our kitty crew. They are old or injured or sick. Danny had been injured when we brought him in.
No, she's not.
And he also was very helpful with taking care of the young kittens that we had rescued. We brought him in around the same time. So we decided to keep him because he knew how to keep them calm them down, and he would wash them and care for them, just like he did when he was raising the crew that him and little Vicky had when they were still outside.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway, how is she done? She finished eating? Yes. You want another cuddle? You want another cuddle?
I intend to, after I've drawn the dragon fleet out of position. And as soon as you and Rami make sure that all our armored units are out in the streets where they're vulnerable.
You want to cuddle or do you want to sleep?
Anything else I can do for you? Transmute the elements, reverse entropy,
come here.
make you a sandwich?
Come here.
I won't make you go.
Come on. This is Dot.
Cousin doesn't even know we got this message. Besides, I could use you here, but if you want freedom,
she had a bit of a feed. She had a bit of a feed. She ate her food. All clean.
So what's her plan?
Yeah.
What do you care? It has no strategic value, remember?
Harper, I'm a warship. I always consider the military situation first. It's my nature. But I do care.
Just adjusting things a little bit here so that we have a little bit more space
It's a good feeling. Until you have to see it all
to sleep on a comfy
There's
bed.
nothing we can do to stop it.
We tried.
This is empty.
Me and Brendan and our
I'll
buddy
bring you
Isaac.
some food in a
And we thought
couple
we could
more
beat them to
hours.
all by ourselves. We'd
Put
steal
your
their
water though
weapons.
back.
We'd mess with their floater engines. We'd blow shrillers outside their barracks at night.
And for those that didn't
These little
see,
whistles I
that's
they,
the
they'd
scarring.
extend into the ultrasonic
The
and
dark
irritate
spots.
The hell out of each ear canals.
That's where the
We'd
flesh
blow and they would run like
became
hell.
necrotic
like
and
fun.
fell off.
Yeah, it was.
It literally all fell
Until,
off, and that's all her
they
nipples.
An
All her
entire
nipples are
nation
gone,
just
so
turned
she
outside
could
the barracks
never
waiting for us to
nurse
show
a
up with our
kitten.
stupid little toys.
And
Brendan spotted him right away.
when she's
First,
strong
he
enough,
warned me, but
because she
found
did
me outside
have
the compound.
abort 4
We could
kittens.
hear his shrilling,
When she's strong enough,
and then it was cut off by
in
gunshots.
about a month, we'll have her spayed.
You're gonna love her.
Yeah, you're a good
A direct assault on the Dragon Captain? That's suicide.
I would agree. Were it not for our Captain Hunt, his survival instincts are.
No, you want to stay
formidable.
here and be cuddled?
And if they
Okay.
weren't, you'd be commanding the starship instead of the human.
Anyway,
The current state of affairs. serves
she
my
wants
purpose.
to stay and be cuddled.
Purpose which might be better served by gaining entry into my family.
Oh, please.
But
I don't need to marry your spare
that's,
sister's
I'm
wife
gonna
to achieve
mute
my goal.
this. That is my little Dot. That was the one that was so sick. See all that? That's all died. It's scabbed. It's falling off. And we are going to have to give her a pill. Mom? Can you get the pill ready? I got Dot here.
What?
Get the pill ready.
Okay.
And put it in a little bit of cheese, and I'll see if I can get Dot to eat it that way.
Okay.
Dot loves cheese. She goes nutso with cheese. So get the pill. Where are they? Okay. It's a half a pill.
Yep. I got it divided in half. I got 5 pills.
And wrap it in some cheese.
Yeah.
Take one of those pre-sliced cheeses and wrap it good in there.
Yeah, I gotta break it in half. It's tiny. Got a good mark on it. Did.
Yeah, okay. Put it back in the package. That's a bad place to do that. If you drop it, you'll never find it. Take it in the kitchen on the table, maybe.
Got it done.
Yeah, and take some, she likes that pre-sliced cheese, you know, the stuff that's saran wrapped.
Okay.
And take one of them and take a chunk off of one of them, not too big a chunk, enough to wrap, just a pill in.
Divide it in half and wrap it in 2 little pieces.
Okay. So I think she might take the first piece only then. Just do it one. It's only a tiny pill to begin with.
I gotta get some cheese out of the packages that are all new now.
There's one that started.
It's finished.
All gone already?
Yeah.
Okay. Have to get some more.
There's 2 packages and there's one downstairs yet.
Of that kind, though.
2 kinds in there, cheddar downstairs.
Yeah. Okay. But she is so sweet. I felt so bad. Not a single nipple left. They all fell off and died. So she'll never be able to have kittens anyway. Or we certainly don't want her to have kittens because it will, she won't be able to feed them. But this used to be all hard, this area here. It was all hard. You can see it's leaking a bit. She needs her antibiotics. And this eventually will all fall off. It's a one big huge scab. Just one big huge scab. And it's hard. You can see it's hard. Just itch too, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, you're a sweet little girl. Sad what happened. But I suspected something was wrong when she went to lay down. I thought, is she pregnant? And then I saw the red marks. Her breasts were bleeding. Okay, that's the piece of cheese. Oh, you did it in two.
Yeah, 1/4 at a time.
Well, I wanted it just
Put it together.
Yeah, because
so it's hidden.
This way, it'll be hidden. Look what we got. Cheese.
Yeah, stick it in, Rose.
And there, all done.
See, Mama fart. Grandma isn't so dodo.
It was Mommy's idea.
I had it first.
No, I'm the one who said stick it in some cheese. She's a cheese freak. She loves her cheese.
That was the tell her to give a dog or a cat their pill that way.
Well, most people know. They
Yeah.
put it in food. It's easier.
Cheese.
Yeah, some though don't. They will spit out the pill after.
You don't leave it whole.
No, we used that craft style type singles that are wrapped. They're really soft, and you break the pill, and we're only giving her half a pill.
And I broke the half in half. So
and she put it in the cheese and wrapped the cheese all around it, and it sticks to it. And
it went down like nothing.
And you've seen how easy it went down. Now let's hope that the next time we have to do with it.
Yeah,
We got to do that once a day. She gets her antibiotic once a day?
Yeah. So they're gone.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our Dot. Yeah.
She's licking herself.
Yeah, she's washing herself.
She's happy.
She's very happy. Oh, you should hear her.
Yeah.
Come here and hear her purr.
I believe it.
Yeah. She's a sweetheart. She used to, it's funny she's being so friendly with me now. I thought she was going to hate me forever because I was the one who took her to the vet and she was hissing and growling. But she used to sleep. Danny boy would come and sleep beside my pillow, and she would go between my pillow and Danny boy.
You might do it again once she's better.
And Danny boy, that was since she was a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
She did that. And Danny boy, he was fixed, so he wasn't a papa. He would hold her down with his paws and wash her all over from the time we first brought him in.
It was both of them were tiny. They were just
all the kittens he did that with, that we brought in, that were just
babies.
The really tiny then, a couple months old. And they wouldn't have survived outside. There was no sign of a mother.
Not in November.
No.
It's cold here in November.
Yeah. Anyway, we brought them in. And, well, let's see. I think they were born in late May or June. Because come end of June, July, there were these tiny little things starting to move around in the shed, and they would hide when I would come in with the food. And
It was early fall, winter that year too.
Yeah,
With snow, and so
yeah.
we went in early.
But that was still in June. I first caught sight. End of June, I first caught sight of a couple of them. And we had an early snow that year. October, it snowed. And that's about the time
We brought Cammy and her.
we brought the young ones in. That's Cammy, her,
And 2 tuxes.
that was Cammy, Dot, Honey,
Yeah,
and Tux,
yeah.
and the 2 tabbies, Socks and Bootsy.
Mhm.
And Socks, I think, is the mama of the ones that got rejected. We got to get them all done. We got a couple of them done. Cammy got done. Let's put you back. You're looking like you want to settle for sleep. And I'll still be here. I'll stay here. Keep you company, okay? Yeah, you'll stay beside mine. You'll stay beside. So, a little bit of time with Dot. Almost an hour. Talking about the other cats too. Anyway, thank you all for joining in. I will save this, and hopefully you can watch it from the beginning and it might appear better. Sometimes it looks scrambled on your end if the streaming isn't very good. Could be interference with weather or anything can make it look. It's looked all good on my side. I'll know for sure at the end, but I am happy to see all those who did join in.
I'm happy how good the kittens are doing. I never raised baby kittens before. Not that young.
Yeah, and it is an enlightening experience trying to hand raise a kitten that tiny and young. And I see they went poo-poo and pee-pee already on their pad. They're good. They've learned to do it on the pad. That way then I don't have to change their bedding so often. Once a day, then I can get away with it. Before I had to do it twice a day. But even once a day, oh boy. And I got 2 cages, 1 box and a cage, that I have to keep the bedding clean. You want to keep them healthy, you got to keep it clean. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining in. And I will end this video. And please feel free to come back and watch more. Anyway, take care everyone. And after the video is finished, please do, if you stop by to visit, say hi and let me know that you were there to see the video. And I have links to both a registry at Walmart I call it my baby kitty registry. It's a baby registry. But I got cat food items in there that are very reasonable, and I think washcloths. I'm not sure if that's at Walmart or at the other one, but there are some items definitely there. And I also have items for the kitty crew. Now, that's the older, sicker ones. Dot will now probably be a permanent member of our kitty crew because of her condition. Another one who has health issues. Our old ones like Nipper and Aussie and Nip.
It's 18 and 17.
Yeah, between 18 and 17, 18 years old, both of them. And our old Gramps, who we're not even sure how old he is, we're guessing 12 to 14 probably.
Outside all his life except last year.
Yeah, we just brought him in last winter. And we got our old Sparky here, who acts like a puppy and comes when I call him. He is about, let's see, at least 12 years old, we figure. And Felix, he's not that old. He's only about,
but he isn't healthy.
But he isn't healthy. He has an issue that we got to keep an eye on. So we keep him. We were told he would not be adoptable, even though he was really, really friendly. Because he has issue with his kidneys. And I got to be careful what he eats.
And keep his eyes clean.
Not Felix.
Oh, not
Felix had the other issue.
Yeah.
That's Onslow. Onslow had the herpes virus, like Sweetie did, but it wasn't as badly. It didn't hit him as badly as it did Sweetie, because we got it early. But one of his eyes is affected and constantly needs to be cleaned, and we got to keep an eye and keep him healthy. If we keep him healthy and keep that eye clean, it shouldn't spread and get worse like it did with poor unfortunate Sweetie. We got Sweetie way too late. But he had almost 2 years with us. He was a young cat. He was only about 3 years old.
Who?
Sweetie.
Oh, Sweetie.
Yeah.
The other one was only about 7 weeks.
Yeah. Onslow was about 7 weeks when Mom found him. That's why it hadn't gotten so bad yet. And Sweetie had been starving. And Chocolate led him to our place. I fed him. When he literally corralled him to my deck, because I had come out to feed Chocolate, and he ran, and I couldn't figure out why he ran, and I seen him. There was this white spot on the neighbor's lawn, or it looked white from the distance, and he nudged it and corralled him and got him to follow him up to the deck. And when I seen that, I called Mom, get me another bowl, and I fed both of them. And then when he finished eating, he corralled him to the shed where I had set up some straw and water for the one for particularly for Chocolate. He slept there a bit, and little Sweetie took to it. He stayed there. He literally stayed in the shed. He had a warm bed. It was dry in there, and I would come every morning and evening and bring him food.
Yeah.
He only come out when I was working.
He loved those Christmas cookies. What were they?
Yeah.
Cinnamon.
I had some leftover Christmas cookies I broke up, and I gave them to them as treats, and he loved them. But anyway, the only time he ever come out of the shed was if he heard me in the yard. He'd come and visit. But one day I was looking at him, and I thought, gee, you really don't look well. So I phoned my friend up, and Mom got the carrier, and we took him to the vet, and the vet said he was really, really sick, kitty. And he said if I wouldn't have brought him in when I did, he would have probably died within a couple more days. And he kept him there for a while. And when he was a little bit stronger, we took him home. And we had him for almost 2 years. But he always loved those cookies.
Ginger snaps.
No, those were the pressed cookies.
Yeah, Christmas.
They were a German pressed cookie.
Spice in them.
Anytime I had those out at Christmas time, he would come and beg, and I always gave him some. But we had him for just over a year.
Now, the other one we brought in that had cancer.
Yes, I told him about Princess
Yeah,
already.
we had
She
her.
had cancer. We had the lump removed, but it came back, and it came back twice, like 2 lumps the next time. And the vet figured it's cancer, and it would be really expensive to take care of. So we
Both of them to sleep.
put them. Well, he was dying anyway.
Yeah.
They were both dying. They weren't eating anymore. They couldn't drink. We did the humane thing with Sweetie and Princess because they were so sick and they were suffering. When they're suffering like that, I think it's a better thing to do. And our vet is very kind and let me stay. I stayed while he put the kitty cats down and comforted them until their last breath. And anyway, those are the ones that we call the kitty crew. We still have a few. We still have Felix, who had his issues we got to keep an eye on with his kidneys. We have the old ones, Aussie, Nipper, and Sparky and Gramps. And we have the sick little one that Mom brought in, Onslow. He still looks like a half-grown cat. He was that sick when we brought him, and the doctor said he was also a runt. He never got very big. And we got the young kittens that we brought in last winter. We're trying to get them tamed. I'm not working so much. A couple of them are getting tamed, but some of them are still scared. I think what we'll end up having to do with both the tabbies. Neither of the tabbies are friendly. They hiss at us. They're scared of us. They hiss at us. Mom, I'm talking on the video, and it's hard to hear what I'm saying when you're talking as well. The 2 tabbies, the one was the mother. She killed half her kittens and ignored the rest. And she is not a friendly cat and bites. So I think it's only been a few months that we had them. I will have her TNR'd. I think I'll let her go back outside. If she comes and wants back inside, I'll let her inside. Maybe that might wisen her up to see how much easier it is back inside. Because every other cat that I've brought in, when they realize how easy life is inside, they're happy inside. They don't even try to go out. Or just our nipper who likes to sneak out. Because Dad used to take him on a leash. And he ate grass. And he goes right to the end of the step, stops, and starts eating grass. So he sneaks out once in a while. But the other ones, they're good. They stay. They don't even run outside. But these tiny kittens that I'm hand rearing now, they will be well socialized. And I will try and adopt them out to good pet owners, people who will be responsible, and have them neutered, and keep them inside. That is the big thing. Keep them inside. Anyway, that's long enough. It's been over an hour now, but you got to see Dot again. And like I said, I will save this so you can look. And you had even a peek of the kittens, I think, eh? They had a peek of the kittens again. Anyway, thanks for joining in. Take care, everyone.